everyone. Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me here tonight. We are continuing on the Granny Square quilt again tonight. So thank you guys. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together for about an hour here. I work on projects from beginning to end in the evenings here, so you can be part of the whole process along the way. And tonight, you guys, continuing on the Granny Square quilt. This is ours from last night, and we got a whole bunch of these. I think we will be up to 14 by the end of the night. We'll have to do a count. I can't remember if it was 14 or 13 that we were going to get to. But yeah, so the whole quilt will have 36 blocks. I love how different they look. And this crazy fun border. So we haven't done anything with that yet, but we'll get there. So we are doing this quilt. We're working on this quilt every first full week of the month. That's this month. So if you wanted to sew with us, don't worry. There's plenty of time if you want to get started. There's a link to the PDF pattern for this. It's by Lissa Alexander. It's from allpeoplequilt.com. So, all right, you guys, let's sew our last block for the week. Tomorrow is Finish It Friday. So the first Friday of a new month, we kind of take a break from our normal schedule and just work on a project that we don't quite have done yet, something that's been sitting around. I think tomorrow I'm going to be working on the koala quilt. We'll be working on the binding a little bit more, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, always nice to get that one out again. So, okay, let's get flipped around and we'll get started tonight. Thanks, guys. All right, here is the stack. It is getting big. I kind of want to count it now. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, just checking out your comments. Hello, everyone. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I love how different they are. Oh shoot, now I lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. So tonight will be lucky 13. Okay. So for tonight, we actually already have quite a bit of it done here. I have the strips all ready for it. And we're making these all with these crazy strips. So I just have to get this off of the machine. But we are doing the technique where I always have something on the machine. So to get this off, I have to start sewing something else. And that something else is going to be our next block for when we come back here in July. So, all right, let's pick out our strips for the next block. So I always start with the teal. This is my main color. So this will be anywhere that there's kind of brown in here, like all of in between each of these blocks, all that brown, we are actually doing it in teal instead. And for this process, I always start with the teal. That's our outermost segment, and then comes our 35-inch strip that matches this guy. So now we're going to be a little random. So I've pre-picked all the fabrics, but okay, I'm going to close my eyes and pick one. Ooh, we got the little squirrels. Oh, I think that's cute. I think we got that last night. We got a block with these two next to each other, and I thought it was really kind of pretty. So, all right, those are the first two pieces that we're sewing together, and we are sewing it together for the purpose of getting tonight's block off of the machine here. All right. So we were having some trouble with the machine last night. I have not played with it today at all, so I'm just hoping it goes okay. It was kind of fun though last night. I'm glad we could do a little bit of that repair work here. So, first of all, last night we had to change the bobbin, so I had to wind some bobbin thread. And then the machine wouldn't run anymore after that. It was running, the motor was going, but the little wheel attached to the motor, the small wheel was not turning the big wheel anymore. And I think from doing the bobbin, I think we just made it all smooth. Like the friction from how fast I was going for the bobbin, I think that just kind of rubbed the wheel away. And so we roughed it up again with some sandpaper, and it seems to be working again. I do like the idea, though, from last night that maybe I need to oil the large wheel a little bit more, or maybe even grease it, put some grease in there. Check that out, because maybe that's too tight, making it a little bit difficult for the small wheel to move the big wheel. So we'll check it out. We'll see what we can see. It's probably time to oil this again too anyway. Hello everyone, so I'm just trying to check the comments a little bit. All right. All right, there we are. And again, purpose of that was so we could get this guy off the machine. So I'm so happy we got to hang out again this week and work on this project. It's always fun to get these blocks a little further along, these granny square blocks. They're just so fun. So fun. Okay. So we are ready to trim this. Okay, let's get situated here. Okay, so we're doing the same process that we've been doing the last few nights, and that starts with trimming our segments. So we've adapted the pattern a little bit just to kind of combine some steps. So instead of cutting these away each time I sew something, so instead of sewing the two long ones and then cutting it into little pieces, and then sewing the next strip on, and then cutting it into little pieces, we sewed everything all at once, and now we're going to cut everything all at once. So I think that's been kind of a fun way of doing this process. I think it's quicker, and that's what I like about it. So, all right, I know this is not ironed or it's bubbly, it's just not even flat, but all I need to do right now is separate all of the different lengths into chunks, and we will clean it up and press it later. There's enough, the designer left enough fabric for us that I can be rough at this point and still have enough fabric to clean it all up. So that's nice. It's nice when the designer gives you a little bit extra fabric to work with. So we are on Facebook and YouTube again. So, all right. Oops, hold on a sec, you guys. All right, hold on, you guys. I think we may have a weird Facebook thing happening now. Let's see. Hold on a moment. Oh, yeah, that's goofy. Okay, hold on, you guys. All right. YouTube peeps, I gotta get the Facebook going again really quickly here, so hold on a moment. We will get through this quickly. Okay, hold on. I'm going to cut the next piece while that's loading. Sorry, you guys. We may have the Facebook people come over here. Hold on a moment. Yeah, okay, so I don't think that's gonna work anymore. So we're gonna just stick to YouTube here. All right. So anyway, here are the pieces. And now we can press these. Okay, so the even ones I am pressing towards the left, or the even ones I'm pressing away from the teal, and the odd ones I'm pressing towards the teal. Oh, this was 1, 2, 3, this was a 5 one. Okay, so I messed that up already. Let's press them the other way. I thought I was grabbing the 6er. Okay. There we go. Now it's looking cute. I'm gonna like this one. I like all the dark fabrics in there. Oh, Mary, thanks. Mary says that I'm so glad you're on YouTube now. You prefer it over Facebook. Yeah, there definitely are some nice benefits to YouTube for sure. I'm liking it as well. We're on both, but I think our Facebook one just crashed. So right now we are only on YouTube. Oh, Facebook is working fine. Oh, okay, interesting. All right, that's good to know. I am not seeing it anymore on my side. So, all right. So I won't be able to read any of your comments. I might actually be able to go to it live if it's still live. This is a weird way of doing it. So I might actually watch it live. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that, because then I might be able to read your comments still. I think that might actually mess up the sound. So, oh, you can still see it. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can still see it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read your comments, but I'm going to try. I'm going to stay right here. Okay, I can see it's still live. You're here. Okay. All right, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for coming over and letting me know. All right. My whole page just kind of went away, so that's fun. Always something, right? Oh, I have news that is not news, but it makes me happy. My parents' kitty, Chad the kitty, is hanging around during the day now. If you know Chad the kitty, I've been talking about Chad, and we've put Chad in a few of our projects here. But my parents moved to a new house, and Chad's an outdoor kitty, but he'll come by and is still like a human cat when he wants to be. Anyway, when my parents moved to the new house, he only came around at night and then just wanted to be let in and hang out inside, and then he'd leave and you wouldn't see him during the day, but now he's coming around during the day. So that makes me happy. That's my good news for the day. How about that? Oh, Joe's saying that she jumped from Facebook to YouTube. Welcome, welcome. So I am trying to read comments. Oh yeah, okay, so I can kind of see the Facebook comments still, even though that got a little bit messed up for me. But okay, good. You guys can still see and hear me. So I am trying to read both comments and let you guys both know what's happening in both the comments. I would like to do more projects with Chad the kitty in it. He's just the best. Silly kitty. All right, let's cut our strips now, or our little chunks. So this is the part where we're turning our strips, you know, all those long strips that we cut, we're turning them into our tiny little squares. And that's kind of where the beauty of this project is. You know, you start with these long strips. Okay, this is being annoying. I'm going to start with the big one first. But you start with these long strips, and then magically it turns into like our little checkerboard blocks, our granny squares. Hey, Charla. Hey, Pat. Gretchen's jumping over here too. Melissa, thanks you guys for popping in. Nice seeing you. And we got Dee Dee and Jennifer and Robin are over on the Facey pages. All right, so I'm just willy-nilly kind of laying these on here. All I'm doing is kind of lining up a seam line with a ruler line, just so I hope that these are a little straight. Actually, you know what? This process right here might be where any weirdness with my blocks might be coming in, because, you know, this is probably not the most accurate thing to do. It's probably not the straightest way to cut these blocks, but man, the benefit of doing it all at once is kind of outweighing everything for me. I love that we can just chop these all at once. Okay, so these are all of the blocks now, and now we can trim. Oh, Jennifer, you're on the crafters page. Oh, so maybe that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so I'm looking at the crafters page. Oh, you guys. Oh, so that's so funny. Okay, so, oh, that's interesting. So there's actually 3 feeds of comments. It's because I'm on the main Penguin and Fish page, on Facebook, but I shared it with the group. So I'm also seeing the group comments, and then I have the YouTube comments. But I think I can only see one of the Facebook ones all at once, so I'm not gonna be able to see all of the comments there. But hey, nice seeing you, April. It's her first time this week. Okay, now I'm gonna, whoa, okay. I almost just dropped this on the floor and it was coming at me and I stopped it with my hand, so good thing I'm in the habit of closing that up each time, because that I would have just got myself cut a little bit there. Those good habits, they come in handy. I mean, I know one of these days I'm gonna get myself with, like, get my finger or something with the rotary cutter, but I'm going to have my glove on because I'm making that a habit, and I'm going to be okay. I'm just going to say that out loud and hope that that's actually the case if that happens. All right, shimmy these to the side. These are my 1.5 inches. It's probably getting near to be time to change the blade on this rotary cutter too. It seems like it's doing a pretty good job still, but I'm thinking it could cut through that a little bit better. All right, so I bumped this. I'm gonna just try and straighten these out again. Yeah, we are awfully crooked here, so that's gonna affect things. So let's try and balance these all out again. Again, maybe not the smartest idea to cut all these all at once, but I'm doing it anyway. There, I think that one looks straighter. Oh, 2 more. We'll work with what we got here. It's tough to be accurate with all this cutting. Definitely my least favorite thing. I need a project, oh gosh, I don't really want this, I don't think, but I was thinking I need a project where there's so much cutting. I know there's a lot of cutting with this, but a project where I do a lot of cutting in one sitting, like, 4 hours of just cutting, and I just get zen with it, and I just kind of chill with it, and see if that makes me like the cutting process anymore, but I don't know if it will. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's just get organized. Put all the similar ones back together. Actually, let's get them rotated right away. We are going to put these in our stair step position. So 2, 3, oh, here's 5. We got some bold colors in this one. This is a bit different than the last few ones. Okay, here's a 6, 4. I like this bright pop of like chartreuse coming through. Gosh, look at all of the fuzzles everywhere. I'm really kind of beating up my fabric by having them in these bags and, shuffling them around a bit. Not the best way to keep nice fabric in good shape, but oh well. It's fun, the surprise of it. All right, now we need just the teal square to go here. So I need 4 of these guys. I don't think Gretchen's asking if my mom is doing the granny square quilt. I don't think she is. But who knows? She's doing the Aurifil block of the month, and she's already done with her Splendid Sampler 2 quilt. But I don't think she started this one. So I don't know if she'll do this one. Maybe she'll do it really quickly, and all of a sudden I'll go there and it'll be like, oh yeah, I did the whole quilt already. That could happen. Gina says that she's been blueberry farm picking. Dang. Fresh blueberries, man. That's some good stuff. I've not had them from the bush or anything. That would be amazing. Okay, so the 6 patch, the ones with the 6 in, and our center square, our pink center square, those are for later. We are going to just work with these guys now. So let's do the process that we've been doing, sewing the first 2, then the 3rd, then 4th, but there's a stack of 4 here, so doing that with each as we go around. So, all right, let's get to the machine. I like this part. This is where it starts to come together. All right, so grabbing from those first 2 columns. Oh, Renee says, I've been quilting for years and I still don't like the cutting process. Oh, that's why you're paper piecing. Oh, for funny. Yep. That's why I liked doing those Splendid Sampler quilts, because you're really going to be like, really going to try everything and sit with everything for a while and have a chance to like get better, or a chance to learn, or whatever. And you're really going to decide, man, this just isn't for me, or wow, I really, really love doing this. So it's just, those were kind of fun. But yeah, I agree. I like paper piecing too, because at least the way that we do paper piecing here, you don't have to worry about a seam allowance. You don't have to worry about cutting absolutely perfect rectangles or anything. You can just cut blobs, and then you just sew along a printed line. It's like a coloring book, I feel like. It's just, you can just get so quiet and zen with it, and it's just fun. It cuts out the parts that I don't like, or the parts that are tough for me, like getting a perfect seam allowance, like what we're trying to go for here, and that cutting, all that perfection cutting goes away, and man, a project without the perfection cutting, not too bad. That makes it more fun. Okay, so there is our first column, and now we get to cut off those first two strips that we have sitting back here. All right, let's trim these. All right. Ooh, look at these blues are all so close in color. This is just going to be interesting. All right, we're nesting those seams again like we've been doing the past few nights. That just means our seams are pressed in the opposite direction. So when we put them next to each other like this, the folds kind of meet up. You can kind of see those folds meet up, and that actually is a physical barrier. They kind of lock together almost. So I'm going to hold them in that locked position. I'm going to hold it with my stiletto here too. You could actually pin them or clip them. And that's what's going to give us our nice matching seams, basically. All right, let's get this last one off. All right. Oh, Noeline says that it's macadamia nut time by them, and you've been picking nuts every day. Oh gosh, that's interesting. We had a hickory nut tree in our backyard growing up, and we picked so many hickory nuts one year, and we had to I guess shuck them is I guess maybe what you'd call it. We had to take the outer shell off, and we put them on a thing to dry, and they were drying in the garage, and we went out there the next day, and they were all gone, and there had to be hundreds, right? So we were like, what the heck? And then later, my dad had found, like, mice nests and stuff just filled, like, just all the corners of the garage were just filled with hickory nuts, so we just basically fed chipmunks and mice with all our hard labor. Oh, Sally just says she finally started cutting this one. Yay! It's addicting. I mean, this one just, it really is fun. It's relaxing. After the cutting, I do have to say that it took forever to cut everything. But it's been so fun just to see what they're going to come out like, and they're all just different, but they're all like a family of similar colors and stuff. All right, here's that nested seam, and we get that line going perfectly across. It doesn't like jog up at all. That means we've nested it together pretty well. So that's the beauty of nesting the seams, is you get that nice crisscross. All right, we're moving on. Nesting those seams. So when I have a whole row to nest, you can do them all at once and then clip them together, or do them one at a time, but clip them. But I'm doing just the one, and once I get the needle in that one, then I'm moving on to the next one and just kind of matching it up right on the surface of my machine here, and then holding it there with my stiletto until the needle's in, meaning it's been sewn, and then do the rest. And I think I had one more on here, didn't I? Yeah. This one is going to be so different than the other ones. I think I've said it like 4 times, but I'm just really liking the colors on this one. It's like all these darks, or all these ones that kind of just, it's going to be almost like an ombre one where all the blues just get lighter and lighter. And then there's, a pop of this chartreuse. That's kind of fun. It will be a surprise still. I always miss this project when we finish it for the week. But it's always fun to work on other stuff too. I wouldn't want to get tired of this one, let's say it that way. So I'm glad that we take breaks from it. lets us get excited about it again. I am still trying to get that 1/4 inch seam allowance looking all right. Oh, Renee says that she wonder clips the seams. Oh, not brave enough not to. So we did that the first time we worked on one of these blocks, or one of the first few blocks. So what Renee's saying is like she'll take a clip and then clip these together and then move on to this one and clip these two together. And then with everything clipped, then she'll run it through the machine all at once, which is a great idea. It's actually probably that I recommend doing that. Let's say that match each seam and then clip them, or clip each seam, I should say, and then sew it all at once, taking the clips out as you go, versus what I'm doing here. But I just hate the extra step. It is a good, if you're nervous, or it's just good to do anyway. Then you could actually clip all of them all at once. You could clip these segments and all the other 3 segments. That might actually make things go faster. Just clip them all at once, and then you can just zip through all of them. Sew through all of them all at once too. Maybe we'll do that with our next one. Next month. All right, last set here before we take it off the machine and press. Oh, you're seeing, Renee says her seams come out better when she clips them first. That's good to know. Oh, Renee also says that she just started a mini quilt with 1/8 inch seams. Okay, yeah. Man, I'm having a hard enough time getting my, like, just visualizing my 1/4 inch seam allowance. It'd be tough to learn a new, an 1/8 inch seam allowance and try and keep an eyeball on that. I suppose I could put tape down or something. I've never made a mini quilt before, but have you guys seen some of those like quilt blocks that people are making online, like super intricate quilt blocks? Like, let's say this one, a quilt block like this, but only like this big. They have like a little nickel by it or something, and it's just the tiniest little block ever. Ugh, those are just so cool. I was just thinking, what would you do with little blocks like that? But then I was like, oh, you could make little Christmas ornaments. You could even make like earrings or something. That'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, they're so cute, those little baby tiny blocks. What length is the 3rd strip? The 3rd strip. It goes down by 7 inches each time. That's how it goes. The 3rd one. So I think that one would be the 28. Oh, forgot about that. All right. There's our curfew alarm going off again. My hunch is that will continue through the weekend. They had the memorial service here today, and I listened to it on the news live, and it was just so beautiful and heartbreaking, and it's just, you feel so bad for them, for the family. It's just all so horrible. But it was beautiful, the memorial. I don't know if any of you guys watched it or listened to it. Yep, curfew alarm, that's what it was, Renee. Ooh, a brooch, that would be good for one of those mini quilts. Just, I don't know if you guys watch it, but man, those 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Wait, yeah. That was painful. Just horrible. All right, I have one left here, which means I have one on the machine at the end here. Yeah, it's just completely heartbreaking for sure. There we are. Nest these together. It did. It seemed like forever, those like 9 minutes, and totally true. That's plenty of time to have made a different decision along the way. I agree. All right. All right, we are done with these fellers, and that means we gotta get them off the machine, which means we get to sew another strip onto this guy. So let's take the next size down. All right, I'm closing my eyes. Let's pick something from the middle of this grouping. Let's go with this right here. All right, we got the, oh my god, Zahner Blazer, is that right? That penmanship paper stuff again? Zahner Blazer. The Zahner Blazer paper, I think that's what it's called, right? I think I remembered it a little quicker, but it feels weird when I say it. But yeah, the Zahner Blazer paper. Wonder if that stuff exists anymore. Does anyone have kids or grandkids that have to learn with the Zahner Blazer still? Wonder if that's a thing. Maybe people don't learn how to write anymore. I don't know. Oh, Renee says closing my eyes and picking a strip is so much fun. It is. It's just, first of all, if you know that that's what you're doing, you know that you're just gonna pick, and that's what it's gonna be. It gets rid of the decision making. It gets rid of the pressure of having to choose just the right strip, you know. And just knowing, well, that's my rule for this. That's my game for this one. I just gotta go with whatever it is. It's exciting because, you know, you're putting strips next to each other that you would never have picked otherwise, you know, and I just think that's just always a fun surprise. It's like slightly out of the comfort zone that the result is, you know, exciting and new and different. Oh, Gretchen says, yes, we use the Zahner lines to learn letters. Well, that's good to know yet. I think I said this already, but I have a clear memory. I think it had to be like second grade or something because it was like a combo class. Gosh, I don't remember what those were called, but so it was like second and third grade together, and I was in the younger group, and we were like learning how to draw a G or something like that, something that required a circle, and I had like one really good circle. And I'm like, dang, that's a good circle. I remember being proud of that O or that start of a G, whatever it was. I'm like, oh man, that's a good circle. All right. So we got that next strip on, and again, the reason we did that is so we can get these guys off the machine. So let's press these. We are cruising today. Okay, and I almost dropped my scissors too. Wow, things are flying off the table today. What is the deal with that? The floor is a magnet today. Okay, heat up that iron again. All right, so this is where we're gonna start getting a glimpse of what this looks like. Ooh, this is just a super rich, pretty one, I think. Man, if that chartreuse was switched with this really dark blue, we would have gone like a gradual light to dark blue. I'm just kind of curious. There, then that would be like in the ombre block where it just gradually shifts color. I'm liking it. I like this block. There we go. Get it from the front. Okay. Next. Looking pretty. I like how these little kind of like faces are popping out here and there. Ooh, the next part we get to see what it looks like. Remember, we have that 6-piece yet. This is the 5-piece, but we have that 6-piece. The next part is where we get to see what it looks like with that. Oh, Robin says she just got a severe storm warning. Eek. Well, it's definitely that time of year. Well, stay safe. My parents were just talking that they had some pretty bad weather over the past couple days. Like a lot of trees down in the surrounding area, and lightning hit just a really like, you know, century-old tree. It was this tree in this kind of old century-old graveyard. It's like supposed to be like the 7th biggest tree or something in the state or something like that. It got struck by lightning and is now burning from the inside out, and the firefighters couldn't put it out, so it's just smoldering from the inside. So that's super sad. I wonder, we'll have to see what comes of that. But yeah, like, biggest, oldest tree. But nature happens, I guess. All right, let's position these like our little diamond here. Ah, look at, these are like cute little like computer pixels almost. All right, let's put that center square in, and then we're left with our 6 pieces, 4 pieces, but of 6. And the teal goes on the outer edge, so we can continue that stepping of teal on the outside. He's funny. Oh, and we got this little white in the middle. That's kind of interesting. All right, this is how it's looking. I always like this part. We get a kind of that first glimpse of our piece here. All right, so this is the part where we treat it like 3 rows of 3. It's kind of like a 9 patch. If you see 3 rows of 3 squares, that's called a 9 patch. But ours is like an updated one because we don't really have squares. We have these weird pieced things already. But in the sense that we have 3 rows of 3, it's a 9 patch. So, all right, that's row 1, row 2, row 3. We're going to sew the first 2 columns together like that, kind of how we've been doing, and then we're going to sew the next column to that, and then we'll take it all off the machine, press, and then we will sew the rows together. So that is the plan. I always like to have it a little separate just as a visual reminder of what we're doing here. So there, that's my first bit. So bright. This is a fun one. They're all fun. They all have their own character. All right, so we got to nest all of these seams together. We could do the let's try the the clips. All right, so I have, here are my Wonder clips in this little container. This is actually magnetic because I can kind of, whoa, geez, stick it right there and that won't move on me. All right, so let's nest these all together first and see how it goes. They're all so close. And you could do this for the other two rows too right away. Just have a whole clipping session. Oh gosh, these are far away from each other. That means I didn't sew something well or cut it well or something between this green and blue here. So definitely a clip will be helpful, I'm thinking. Oh, Cheryl, Cheryl's asking, this is cool, where do we find specifications? So, Cheryl, in the description, box below the video, there is a link to the pattern. It is from allpeoplequilt.com. I'm not affiliated with it or anything. It's by Lissa Alexander, this pattern, and I think it's actually from 2007. It's from a while ago, from the American Patchwork and Quilting magazine, and now they're selling it just as the pattern on their site. It's like $6. But we have adapted the design a little bit, not the design, but in the how we're sewing it. So I have the videos for all of them on YouTube. So we start out doing it directly like what the pattern is. But the whole sewing all the strips at once and cutting them all at once, we kind of adapted that. And I'm really kind of having fun doing that part. But yeah, all the measurements and everything are in there. Again, the only cutting difference is that I wanted a red center for each square. So there's a whole pile of 1 inch or 1.5 inch squares, and I made sure that I cut 36 of my center color because we're going to end up with 36 blocks. So I made sure to have 36 of those before I cut all the other ones that they needed. So that's the only adjustment to the cutting instructions I did. And that's literally because I just wanted, I'm like, wouldn't it be fun if it had a different color center? That's what I wanted to do, so. That was the only difference with that. All right, so this is actually not taking that long, and that was helpful, having these all clipped all at once, so maybe we'll do this for the rest of today at least. So here's a mini clip. This is the difference between a normal size Wonder clip. This must be, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch wide or something. And then a mini Wonder clip, and it comes to a tapered, it's not quite a point. It ends up being about 1/8 of an inch, it looks like. And they're just a little bit babier, which can be nice sometimes. So I just have them mixed up in my little bin here. But it has a flat side and this curved side. So the flat side I put on my flat surface, and then I can just push down and shimmy it out of the way, which is just convenient. You don't have to like dig in here and unclip. You can just push and push. But then you end up with Wonder clips just laying everywhere. You have to gather them up after a while. And these Wonder clips are by Clover, so you can like Google Clover Wonder clips. But there's, I think, a bunch of generic brands of them too. Right, snip off that, and I'm gonna grab just the first one, which is the last one on the machine. Is the first one that we sewed. Ah, it's looking cute. All right, let's get the other side on. All right, and clip these together as well. I'm liking the clipping. We'll keep with the clipping. takes a little extra time here, but I think it did go a little faster for the actual sewing. Oh, Charla, yes. So Charla says, I never noticed about the flat side and the curved side. I mean, I'm only guessing that that's why. I mean, it is really nice having it on the flat surface, and you can just push and pull it out of the way. That's really, really comes in handy. Versus like digging in there. Oops, almost forgot I had a clip there. Got caught on the little fuzzle. So many fuzzles. I'm going to have to do so much surface trimming when I'm done. So all these little frayed edges, that's what I'm calling the fuzzles, all these little frayed bits. But those kind of come on the front a little bit, and before the quilt's completely done, I'll have to go around and snip them all away so it looks a little cleaner. All right, I'm going to cut the next thing off the machine. It's just our little middle row. Come on, there we go. Boop. Right sides together. We'll clip our last big giant rows too. See how much easier that makes it for the next step. Dang, we are getting there. This is going to be our fastest one, I think. Oh, see now here is an example of where I didn't nest the seam quite so well. I think you can maybe see down here a little bit better. Maybe not. But like this seam does not go into this seam. Like this one, oh, that one doesn't really either. Here, this is a good one. This goes, these all 4 points like perfectly match in the middle, compared to this one is a little off. This one's a tiny hair off. But yeah, so the less you match your points or nest the seams together, the more of these little shifts you're gonna get. But you know, no one's gonna notice, and I actually think they're kind of cute. That's where the character comes into it. But it is something, you know, if it bothers you, and even if it doesn't bother you, it's just a skill, something to practice. All right. These ones feel like they're lining up a whole lot better, like really well. I think actually better than any other seams lined up, meaning that the top is the same size as the bottom, which means maybe I sewed something, cut something right, or sewed something right. We'll see if they match up. I'm still kind of using my stiletto as a pin, but this is going much faster, I think, than having to get on its side and line them up each time. All right, got to get it off the machine, and that means another strip. Let's get these guys out of the way. Whoa! I always end up flinging them across the room. Okay, we are on the 4th strip. Let's see, 21 inch. Yep, I think that's right. All right, closing my eyes again. All right. Oh, more Zahner Blazer. So this is the only time when I don't do, when I repick, is if I get the exact same one or it's, you know, somewhere more obvious in the piece. So this one I'm going to throw back. I feel like I don't have a lot of these left, but I don't know, maybe, and I have a lot more left of the other ones, so maybe those other ones get used somewhere, or I don't know. Maybe I just cut a bunch extra and it'll end up being whatever it's going to be. All right, I think I only have one here. All right, there we go. Oh, I have two, but they're the same. Okay. Fun little zebra, blue zebra. Gosh, the right and wrong side are pretty close on this one. I mean, you could actually clip these all the way down the edge too, and then you wouldn't have to stop like I am all the time either. Like that. Stopping to realign. You could just throw some clips in at the beginning and be good to go. So we're not actually going to do anything with this one today, except for, you know, what we're doing now, sewing the strips together. So we'll have to put this in the next time bag, like this next start here, so that when we come back next month, we'll remember that we have one made already. All right, let's shimmy off the side a little bit. Okay, and we just press these guys. We'll clip them all up, and we'll be getting there, getting done. All right, let's snip them apart first. Okay, well, this one landed in the middle. Let's just do this one first. This one, I think this is easier with this guy. That direction. I'm going to press these all inward. So it looks like these guys could get another press too. So we'll just go inward to there. Rotate it. I still think it's crazy that this started out as strips, all these tiny pieces. I mean, this is kind of how I thought that this whole quilt would be, just tiny little scraps that we put together, but nope. So fun with those long strips. Oh, Renee says she wonder clips the strips too. I'm thinking that's pretty smart. All right. That guy can go to the side. All right, so these are the ones that these ones go outward. So that one, the middle strip we did inward. These two we're going to go outward. But I don't want to mess up any of these other seam allowances, so I'm just going to kind of urge them open here. Just enough so I can flip it around. Make sure they're still all going outward. Man, this one feels like it's kind of molding itself all over the place a little bit. It seems a little stretchy or weird, this one, but I think just some good pressing and we'll get it figured. I think I'm going to really like this one. Okay, next. Same thing with this guy. Oh, geez. Oh, man, you guys. Hey, can you guys hear me anymore? I think my phone just died. Hold on, I might be able to get us back in here. Ugh, no, it's not working. Yeah, it froze, but you can hear me? Okay. Okay, so cool, you guys can hear me yet. So that means we're still streaming. the alarm went off, and the alarm went off, and then the phone died when the alarm went off. So I can still chat with you and see you, but we do not have any more video because basically my phone died with the new alarm going off. It reset itself. So I think we are going to have to stop it there. So maybe tomorrow, you guys will finish this up really quickly, and then we'll move on to the koala quilt because we have barely anything left to do here, just to clip these together. It'd be nice to finish it up. Yep, exactly, Jennifer. The alarm went off and it immediately just shut down. It's got power, Gail. It just restarted. Gail says plug it in. Yes, exactly, Gretchen. The alarm freaked out the phone. So, all right, it's not paused, Noeline. It's just totally quit, and my phone is freaking out now. So I'm gonna just say goodbye for the night, guys. I suppose we're kind of at that time again anyway, since I don't have video anymore for the night, and unless I restart and all that. But so thanks again, you guys. We'll call it there. We will finish this tomorrow, just really quickly before we do the Finish It Friday stuff, just because why not? We're just about there. It'd be sad to not be done. So, all right. Have a great evening, you guys. I guess this is what happens with live streams. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. Good night.